Hi everyone, Joe Napoli here with Gamalux Lighting Systems to talk about the G-Beam Portal Sample Kit. Now in the front of the kit, in the little pouch here, we've got an information packet for you. That information packet just has a cover page showing the various versions of the fixture. And then the second page is just a few bullet points that you can kind of brush up on the product before you take the kit out for demonstrations. And then the next several pages are the first 2 pages of each spec sheet. So there are 8 spec sheets in total. The first 2 pages of each spec sheet comes to 16 pages. So the whole packet is 18 pages long. We only printed the first 2 pages of each spec sheet because we didn't want to do all the pages, and then this thing is like a book in your kit. So it's just a simple packet of information for you. All right, let's go ahead and open up the kit. Now inside the sample kit, you'll have 2 fixtures. Each fixture has the acrylic block protected by a foam padding. Go ahead and remove that. And also a little bit of a plastic film as well. You can just kind of peel that right off. And we just do that to keep things nice and clean during shipment and transportation. Now, the first fixture to show you is the GB24. And in this case, the fixture will have the acrylic blocks facing down. So this would be a GB24D, 2 inches wide, 4 inches tall, direct illumination fixture. And this would be a suspended model. I don't have any recessed models in the sample kit, but you can understand a recessed model will be flush with the bottom of the ceiling line, and only the acrylic block itself will be suspended from the ceiling. Now, in this fixture, you actually see that we have the acrylic block having 2 different finishes. The reason for this is because we want to use one fixture to demonstrate both versions of the fixture being either fully frosted acrylic or acrylic frosted on only the bottom and the side or the end of the acrylic. So with this one block, you'll be able to demonstrate both conditions. Let's go ahead and light this up. All right, you can see that this is putting out a pretty decent amount of illumination. Now, before you show the fixture to your client, be concerned about the acrylic finish here. You might want to go ahead and hit that with the plastic cleaner that we've provided to you. Please make sure that you never use any kind of like Windex or ammonia-based or alcohol-based cleaners. Only use the plastic cleaner that we provided, or another acrylic or plastic cleaner that you can get at a store. But we will provide you with a little bit of cleaner. So there's the illuminated sample, the GB24D, with both 5 sides frosted and 3 sides frosted acrylic. I'll go ahead and get that ready to put away. All right. The second fixture to show you is the GB34D. So again, it's a direct illumination fixture. In this case, we have 3 inches wide, 4 inches tall, a nominal 4 inches tall. It's actually a little shorter than 4 inches. And remove the foam block. Remove the plastic film. A little bit sticky. That's not a problem. And again, you may want to just hit that with the cleaner that we've provided. I already dampened up my cloth here. So again, same concept applies. This is a direct illumination fixture. We're showing both acrylic block, or the acrylic block with both features, both the 5 sides frosted and the 3 sides frosted. Now this one has a dimming knob on it. Makes it a little bit nicer to demonstrate. So I'll go ahead and fire that up. Again, putting out quite a lot of light when it's at full output, but again, we can dim the fixture down so that you can show it a little bit more comfortably in a darker environment. Now, the thing I want you to notice about these fixtures, let me go ahead and make it a little closer for you. I want you to see there are no exposed fasteners on the fascia of the housing, no fastener exposed inside the acrylic block itself, and no LEDs visible at any angle. So it's a very beautiful product to demonstrate, very dynamic, product to demonstrate as well. And we hope that you're going to have a lot of success with that. Now, I want you to understand a few things about the G-Beam Portal product. Here we're showing the suspended models, which would have the smooth sides on them. But like I mentioned before, we also offer these with recessed condition capability. And this is in any sealing system. Our competitors sometimes don't have the ability to mount into any sealing condition. We do. We can also integrate with furniture systems, maybe library book stacks, wall systems. And this is really where things start to get interesting, particularly in the libraries. See, we could have a fixture that's oriented on the top of a library book stack, and rather than having the fully frosted acrylic, we could use the three sides frosted acrylic and then have laser etching in that acrylic. And maybe one of those fixtures on one of the stacks says periodicals and another one says nonfiction, and you get the idea, right? So we can use the fixture to create signage for your client, even if they don't have a signage budget. And of course, this creates additional value for you. Now, because this is built in as part of a standard G-Beam housing, then it has all the integration capabilities that our G-Beam products do, meaning we can make continuous runs of fixtures, we can make fixtures as individuals, we can even build patterns of fixtures. Now, when we're talking about patterns, this is really where you can start creating a lot of value. Say, for instance, you wanted to make a pattern of fixtures weaving its way through a waiting area in a medical facility like the urgent care or something like that. Well, you probably wouldn't want to use the G-Beam Portal fixture throughout that entire space because maybe your budget doesn't call for that kind of thing. So you'd probably want to use maybe just our standard lensed fixture, weaving its way throughout that entire space. But right where that pattern of fixtures passes by a very, very important doorway, rather than having just a regular lens right there, we could actually transition to the G-Beam Portal acrylic just in that one spot. And maybe you can have it etched, and right in front of that doorway, it's etched and it says examination rooms. Or maybe in front of another doorway and it says X-ray lab or pharmacy. So what we can do is we can add this element into another run of standard illumination fixtures. And by doing that, you reduce the overall cost of having this particular element installed into the space, because when it's part of a comprehensive lighting system, the cost per foot for this particular element is less than if you were to buy this as an individual. So by doing that, you can create additional value for your client, and specifically signage, even if they don't have a signage budget. Now, of course, the fixtures won't come with a dimming knob on them. I should be facing it this way. But you get the idea, right? It's all about creating value for your customer and doing it in such a way that makes things easy for the distributor. As you know, our continuous patterns of fixtures, the entire pattern has one part number for the whole pattern and one quotable price. So it makes things very easy for people to order and of course handle as they're doing their installations. So I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration of the G-Beam Portal sample kit. I'll go ahead and start putting this away just so you can see how everything fits together. I'll recommend that you have the acrylic blocks facing up towards the handles of the case, so that when you're setting this down, it's the housings that are touching or having impact with the floor rather than the acrylic blocks. You want to avoid that kind of stuff. And that's it. Thanks very much. Have a great day.